Hey, welcome to Rental Lease Agreement. In this segment, we're going to talk about how to keep your rental lease agreement safe. A lot of people have asked me this question, and although it doesn't happen often, it does occur, so you have to be aware of it. You do not want the landlord changing the terms of the lease after you guys have signed the agreement. You do not want to be, 2 months into the lease and for the landlord to come after you for something that you didn't originally sign for. But it can occur when you're signing the lease with the landlord or with a rental agent that is working for the landlord. This can happen if they notice that you're not very aware of what's going on, if you're not reading through the whole agreement. So during this process, be very aware and diligent when you are signing and reviewing the document with the other party. A good example of this is when signing a lease. Most leases are on a 12-month lease, and most people assume that. So if you don't read the document, the landlord could put in 11 months in there, and you could be paying for 12. So always make sure to read the document. If you catch this while you're reading it, the landlord is just going to say, "Oh, that's just a typo," but you'll never know if he actually intended for that to happen or not. So always be very, very careful when you are going through the process. Basically, the solution to solve this problem is to obtain a signed copy of the original document immediately after you guys have signed the document, after both parties have signed. Don't let the landlord give you a photocopy of the original. Always make sure you get an original, and that'll make it a lot easier. So when you are making alterations to the agreement while you guys are going through it, make sure you read over the whole agreement over again when each one of these alterations occur. And also, if there's any blank spaces in the document, make sure they are crossed out so nothing can be put in after. So even though you guys have both signed, don't make sure the blank spaces are crossed out. After the whole process is done, make sure you photocopy the original, just in case you misplace the original. Also, put the original in a safe place because you're going to need that original for the whole year as a reference to come back to, just in case anything does happen. If this situation does arise and the landlord and yourself have different agreements, try and work it out, verbally. If that doesn't work, I'd recommend contacting an attorney immediately. This situation should never arise, and if it does, you must take action. A good place to get these rental lease agreements is at rentalleaseagreement.com. They're safe and easy to use and secure. So I highly recommend that. Thanks for watching Rental Lease Agreement.